Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. So I want to go over the Philadelphia Eagles with a couple of topics I definitely want to go over. So let's get straight into it.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yeah, so some news has been swirling around. There's a few things we could definitely talk about here. And I think one is definitely the whole Vic Fangio, what's going on with Vic Fangio and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's more serious than we think, maybe. I mean, we saw him at training camp. We were like, what's going on? Does he have good relationships here? Is he best friends with Nick? What's going on with Vic Fangio and the Philadelphia Eagles? He was a head coach last year, and actually before that, a very successful defensive coordinator. He took the year off this year. And it seems like we knew that he was a consultant with the Eagles, but we didn't actually know. We actually found out more information what he actually does. It seems like he's Gannon's right-hand man, kind of his expertise. And I don't know, because Gannon has done some things in these games which makes no sense, and I don't think that's Vic Fangio, because Vic Fangio is all about aggressive defenses. So not only Nick Sirianni did talk about this, he mentioned some things that were interesting too, and I think one that was really interesting was the relationships that Vic Fangio has in the building as of right now. He says he has a lot of tied-up relationships, and that's a really good thing, guys. So whether Gannon gets fired, let go, whatever the case may be, Vic Fangio is waiting on the wings right now to be the new defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's going to be an aggressive defense. And I'm not saying what Gannon's doing is a bad thing. You know, this defense is ranked very high in a lot of categories right now, but there's just a couple things that just really question me. So it's really good, really nice to have Vic Fangio here, already here in the building, and we don't got to worry about it, but giving his expertise on every week on how to use specific players. Maybe Gannon doesn't know how to use a lot of these players. Maybe that's the help that he needs from Vic Fangio to see what he can get out of him. It's kind of crazy. Maybe Gannon doesn't know how to use. I don't know. I'm just making an assumption. I'm not saying it's true, but you got to start thinking with Vic Fangio as his right-hand guy right now. That's kind of behind the scenes, doesn't really show up too much. How much help does Gannon really need to run this defense? It's what I kind of think about all the time. And then, Jonathan Gannon had his press conference and talked about the fourth quarter drive during the Cardinals, and quote unquote, he said, ultimately, you need a better fit fueled by me and a little bit better execution. I mean, at this point, I don't know how you question yourself when if you play prevent, you're not going to make plays on prevent. You don't want to give up the big play. You're giving up those big chunk yards, and you did it over and over and over again this Cardinals game. As much as the offense left, had 2 drive killers, 2 penalties, and 2 sacks on those two big, sequences, the defense wasn't helping at all either. You're giving up too many yards like that. That's what's going to happen. I don't get how he's questioning himself what's going to happen when he plays prevent. You play prevent, you're giving up yards. You're not giving up a big play for a touchdown, but to me, it's almost the same thing, except they're not blowing anybody off the top that's going to score a touchdown easily, but you're giving up so much yards inside. To me, I'm just like, I don't get how he questions himself. Does he respect Kyler Murray too much? Was it because of Kyler Murray's mobility that he was afraid to blitz? Was it because he didn't want to give the Dallas Cowboys too much ammo for next week? I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure it out myself, what he's doing, because he almost gave the game away. True that. Almost gave the game away. Just think about it. If Kyler Murray didn't slide before the first down marker on second down, then spiked the ball to make it fourth down, then obviously that kick was a big thing here. And the next thing to talk about is that kick, and it looks like Milton Williams did touch it. I don't know. There's videos where it looks like he touched it. There's videos that look like he didn't. But they showed that kicker, that new kicker the Cardinals had before the game, and he was I think it was to the right. I think he was missing kicks constantly before the game. If you guys seen that video, when they had the game on. So it was an ugly game. Obviously I'm by it now. Like, we won. It is what it is. I'm on the Dallas now, but it's just something to think about because, that defense, I thought the offense wasted a lot of time, 7 to 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, which was fantastic, but the defense did not help whatsoever. It was It was really bad. It was really bad. I mean, they literally gave points away, and that's what caused us to, be in another, scrappy fight once again with this football team. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, Vic Fangio, it makes me happy. It makes me more comfortable to think that he could be the next defensive coordinator, but waiting in the wings right now, kind of being Gannon's right-hand guy, behind the scenes, like I said before, and, maybe Gannon needs more help than we thought he needed. Fangio maybe has some of his blueprints on this defense. Just imagine him being a defensive coordinator for us. So we'll see what happens. I'm not giving up on Gannon, but, there's just some things that piss me off about Gannon that he's doing during these games, that it's too repetitive, and he still questions himself about it every single week at these press conferences. Oh, I shouldn't have. Why are you still doing it then? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Why are you still doing it, knowing what it's going to do? Stop respecting these quarterbacks, because then we get pushed around, and I don't like getting pushed around in football games. I don't like it. And honestly, the Milton Williams thing with him blocking the field goal, whether it was that or whatever was the case, I mean, it was a good play. So if it was or it wasn't, you guys let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.